right, we in this bitch. We in it. We in it. What up, y'all? Another week of Offseason News with Hove. We got a lot of news, y'all. A lot of stories out. A lot of rumors. We got a lot of stories today, man. We got people retiring. We got trade requests. We got people being released. We got people being signed. We got people being extended, man. Let's talk about it. Let's get into it. I wanted to bring y'all a video yesterday, but time didn't permit. But I'm here today, randomly on a Wednesday, to give y'all all this news, man, to get y'all caught up with everything. First line of business, man. The Jets are now, well, no. This is the old one. Hold on, y'all. We got so many stories to give. This is it. All right. The Jets are releasing wide receiver Davante Adams per source. The Jets will save $29.9 in salary cap space by releasing Adams. He had no guarantee money remaining on his contract. Now, y'all, Davante Adams is a free man. What's up to y'all in the chat, man? Davante Adams is a free man. He's open to sign with anybody come next Wednesday. Who do y'all think he goes to? Me, I'm cool on Davante Adams coming to Washington. You know, I feel like he's too much of a diva. He is a baller, but you know, I don't want to deal with all the extras that come with Davante Adams. And even though he will be cut, so you won't have to take on his contract, he's still going to demand some money. He's going to demand the ball. And what we building over there, I just feel like he wouldn't be a good fit. But I want to see who y'all think he goes to. I think he may return to the Packers. Shit, he may even come to LA to play with the Chargers, man. I feel like those are two options for him that's open right there. What do y'all think? But Davante Adams and Aaron Rodgers are now free men and on the open market. Dallas Cowboys, man. Dallas Cowboys making some noise, man. I didn't think Dallas would be doing anything this offseason with the contracts that they got over there. They didn't have any money. If anybody in the chat had $1,000 in their account, they had more money than Dallas Cowboys. Just in 2 days, they done freed up $56 million. But I believe that they won't be aggressive in free agency. I feel like that Dak Prescott, well, let me give y'all the correct numbers. Dak Prescott restructured, and I can't think of the damn wide receiver name. CeeDee Lamb. CeeDee Lamb restructured, freeing up $56.6 million. I think that money goes to Micah Parsons. Now we see Max Crosby just got extended. We're gonna get to that a little bit later, but I feel like this move was to start the contract negotiations with Micah Parsons. Cowboys have restructured Dak Prescott contract, opening up $36.6 million in cap space. Per ESPN's Todd Orchard, that's $56.6 million created in the last 2 days with CeeDee Lamb's restructure as well. Dallas also re-signed Osa Odigizua. They reached their agreement yesterday on a 4-year, $80 million deal that includes $56 million guaranteed and a $20 million signing bonus. A Diggy Zua agent, Sam Leaf, negotiated and confirmed the deal. What's going on, Mike, that dude? He said, finally, decent Cowboy news. Cowboys trying to get smart over here, man. They got to play ball. Shit, everybody else is moving, and they standing still. Okay, let me go in order with these stories. There's somebody that I didn't forgot about, y'all. Just that quick. I think he only been out of the league one season. I don't even know if he played last season, but Lions veteran wide receiver Allen Robinson is considering retirement. He told the Detroit Free Press, "For me, it's more about figuring out what my future in this game and in the league looks like. So for me, it's just now taking time to evaluate what next year looks like for me in general. That's kind of where I'm at with it. So I'm taking some time to make this decision with my family." Like I said, I ain't even see him play last season. You know, Allen Robinson was a dog at one point, but then he just became a journeyman and was bouncing from team to team, giving a little bit of production. Wasn't that same Allen Robinson we remember when he was in Chicago. The Jets are expecting to add a Tier 2 veteran quarterback to pair with Tyrod Taylor in a draft a QB on day 2. A source told Connor Hughes. Marcus Mariota, Justin Fields, and Carson Wentz are all names to look out for. They thinking about their backup quarterback. They trying to get a bridge quarterback until they draft a quarterback. Then the quarterback that they draft will be the future. But I'm not sure how many quarterbacks gonna last to day 2. It's not many. This quarterback draft is not that heavy like it was last season. The Panthers could be a team that potentially outpriced the Eagles for D tackle Milton Williams, per Jeremy Fowler. Milton Williams, him playing in that Super Bowl, man, he got a market. Him and Josh Sweat, they got a market out here. They gonna get some money, and with the moves that the Eagles is making, they just extended Saquon yesterday. We'll talk about that a little later. Making him the highest paid running back of all time. They just extended Zach Bond, giving him $17 million a year. You know, some of that Darius Slay money then freed up. They extending players, but we will see. Darius Slay said he welcome to come back too if the price is right. You know what I'm saying? They can come with a cool price. It's not it's not hurting the team, but it's also not hurting him as well. The Browns have Chiefs impending free agent Carson Wentz on their radar. The Browns are reportedly locked in drafting a QB at 2, but will still be in the market for a veteran quarterback. Wentz, 32, went 12 of 19 for 118 yards in one start and 3 game appearances in the past season. Carson Wentz wasn't that bad. The beginning of his season with us a couple years ago. It's just when he got injured and tried to come back, dude fell off a cliff in the middle of the season. If he can somehow get back to that, then he'll be all right. I'll get into this little fun fact later. The Lions were the most aggressive team in pursuit of Myles Garrett at the last season's trade deadline. With Garrett now requesting a trade, Detroit has renewed its interest, but the Browns have remained silent on any potential offers, per Kimberly Martin. Yeah, I remember the trade deadline. It was either him or Zadarius Smith they was going after. They end up getting Zadarius Smith, but I think it's going to be out of the Eagles or the Commanders this season to have a heavy pursuit for Myles Garrett. It's coming down, y'all. It's raining out here. It's believed to be a 50-50 chance on whether or not Von Miller will remain with the Bills in 2025. A source told Dan Graziano of ESPN, Miller is due $17 million in 2025, and the Bills want him to take a pay cut or they'll release him. Hey, if they were to release Von Miller, is Von Miller anything like he was? Let me check Von Miller's stats last season. If Von Miller anything like the Von Miller of old, give me Von Miller. If they release him, he gonna have to take the vet minimum. Let me see his stats last season. I would take Von Miller. Just so we won't have to come up off our draft capital. Only 13 tackles, 6 sacks. How many games did he play? Let me see. Played 13 games. He had 17 total tackles, 6 sacks. Yeah, he dropped. He fell off tremendously. 12 games last year, no sacks. Yeah, Von Miller. It's time to go ahead and retire, my boy. Go ahead. I'm thinking you still doing your thing out here. Von Miller washed. Now that's what you call washed, y'all. That's what you call washed. The Tampa Bay Buccaneers will not use the franchise tag on Chris Godwin before his Tuesday deadline, which was yesterday. I told you I was supposed to give y'all these stories yesterday. He's expected to hit free agency. The Bucs and Godwin have mutual interest in a new deal, but the 29-year-old All-Pro will not test the open market as the top available wide receiver. Godwin, who suffered a dislocated ankle in Week 7, finished the 2024 season with 50 receptions for 576 yards and 5 receiving touchdowns. Godwin is expected to be ready for the 2025 season. Chris Godwin was balling before he got hurt last season. I would take Chris Godwin, but if you want anything towards that $30 million range, I'm cool, especially with us just acquiring Debo. I'm pretty sure we're going to extend Terry McLaurin sometime soon. I am cool with not getting Chris Godwin, but if he's within that 25, 27 million price range just for the future and him being our wide receiver too, I would take Chris Godwin. But outside of that, I'm cool. The Bengals are trying to trade defensive lineman Sam Hubbard and could cut him if a trade doesn't materialize. Bengals will save $9.5 million in cap. And then as of this morning, they released Sam Hubbard, and then he retired after that. So shout out to him. He retired after 6, 7 seasons? Darius Slay released and doesn't want to retire. The Philadelphia Eagles have released 6-time Pro Bowler cornerback Darius Slay, 34. God damn, Darius Slay 34 now? I've always called him Old Man Slay, but I'm thinking he like not about to be in his mid-30s. I'm thinking he about 32 and shit. 32, 30, yeah, 33, 34, 35, that's old in cornerback years. It's not like he a wide receiver, you feel me? All that backpedaling, you still got to run against people to run a 4.4, 4.3, 4.2. That's pretty old. But Darius Slay still play at a high level, though. Spent 5 seasons with the Eagles after 7 with the Detroit Lions. Damn, 12 years that fast. In the 2024 season, he recorded 49 tackles and a fumble recovery, making the first time since his rookie year he didn't register an interception. Damn, he didn't have no picks this season. Slade previously signed a 3-year, $42 million contract extension in 2023, averaging $14 million annually. Given his age and recent performance, he might now command a shorter-term deal with a lower annual value, possibly $8 to $10 million range. For the Washington Commanders, adding Slay could infuse veteran leadership, championship experience into their secondary. Last year, it was a seasoned vet that carried this culture in locker room in Washington. Can Slay be yet another veteran to be a big asset for the Commanders? I'm cool on Slay. That's a little too old for me. At cornerback, if he was to move to free safety, which we don't need, then I would think about it. But 34, damn, Slay, I didn't think you was that old, but you really are Old Man Slay. Bengals placed a $26.2 million franchise tag on T. Higgins. This marks the second straight year the Bengals have used the franchise tag on Higgins. Man, they better get a deal done. He said Deion played till he was 38. Yeah, I know Deion played till he was 38, but Deion is different, though. Deion was different, and Deion went from playing after he retired from Washington. He sat out 3 years. He came back, played with Baltimore for 2 seasons, but he played in a limited role. He played the nickel. And he played on that damn Ravens defense, though. That was like one of the best defenses ever. Shit. That ain't gonna be the case for Slay. I mean, it could be the case if he go back to Philly, but him going anywhere else, he won't be able to hide, bro. I'm sorry. He'll stick out like a sore thumb. He go anywhere else than Philly. I think he will only last being that old in Philly and being productive. But he didn't even have a pick last season. Damn, I thought he at least had one. All right, let me go into these other notes for y'all because these right here, it's too many that to catch up on. The 49ers have received trade inquiries for running back Jordan Mason. He can be dealt, per Matthew Berry. Don't be surprised if Jordan Mason, who proved he could be a legit starting running back in the NFL last season, gets dealt. Mason, 25, is set to become a restricted free agent, so it's likely that he can be tendered and then traded. Mason rushed for 789 yards on 153 carries, 5.2 yards a carry, and 3 touchdowns, with 11 catches for 91 receiving yards in 12 games last season. Man, dude, are the 49ers is having a fire sale, y'all. First Debo. Now they talking about giving up Brandon Ayuk. Now Jordan Mason. What is going on? What is going on? Is it over for the 49ers? You got Drake Greenlaw, that's a free agent. You got Talanoa Hufanga is a free agent. You got Tre'Davious Ward, that's a free agent. What are the Niners going to do, y'all? It feel like they Super Bowl window closed last year when they finished the last team in their division in the NFC West, and now they're getting rid of everybody. Is it over and they restarting all over? Are they going to be patient and trust in the process, but have Kyle Shanahan stay throughout this process? How do y'all feel about that? Because this is crazy. All of they pieces pretty much. Your young depth, your reliable receivers. Jordan Schultz report, Chiefs defensive tackle Tershawn Wharton is a name who can exceed expectations in free agency next week. Coming off a 8.5 season sack season, including playoffs, the 26-year-old in his prime and brings versatility as both a pass rusher and run defender in all traits teams covered. The interior D-lineman market has been active, with several teams showing interest in Wharton among other available names. Ooh-wee. Shout out Sexy Nate. I like Tershawn Wharton. If we can hurry up and trade Jonathan Allen, I don't think we can find a trade partner, because all the people whose name came up in trade talks have either been traded or been released by now. I don't know what's taking us so long with Jonathan Allen, but we need to go ahead and cut him. Once we cut Jonathan Allen, our cap space move back up into the 80 plus million range. I will go after Tershawn Wharton, 26 years old, a lot of upside to him, giving you pressure up the middle and pass rush. And y'all know we was one of the worst run stop defenses last year. I will take him. In 24 hours, the Chicago Bears now have agreed to trade a 2025 sixth-round pick to the Rams for Jonah Jackson and a 2026 fourth-round pick to the Chiefs for Joe Thuney. Bears are sparing no expense to protect Caleb Williams. Man, shout out to the Bears, man. They protecting Caleb, man. They getting that lineman together. They getting that line together. They still got Romadunze, DJ Moore, DeAndre Swift, Cole Kmet. Shore up that line for this young man. Y'all might be able to do something. Shout out to the Bears. I don't think they should be done, though. I think y'all need to go get y'all a couple more tackles. I thought y'all was going to be wait till free agency and get Kevin Zeilert, since he's coming over from Detroit. Y'all head coach just came over from Detroit. I thought it was gonna be some type of connection there, but y'all went and got Joe Thuney. That's better. Joe Thuney had a terrible Super Bowl year, but that's because he was out of position. They had him playing tackle when he's really a guard. Released. The Raiders are releasing quarterback Gardner Minshew II. The release will become official March 12th, which is my birthday, by the way, y'all, next Wednesday. Pisces, stand up. If the Raiders release Minshew outright, they'll save $3 million in cap room while taking on $10.82 million in dead money. If Minshew is designated as a post-June 1st release, the Raiders will have saved $6 million in cap room while taking on $7.8 million in 2025 dead money and $3 million in 2026 dead money. Minshew, 28, threw for 2,013 yards, 9 touchdowns, 10 interceptions, with a 66.6 completion percentage in 10 games and 9 starts this season. Ooh, 9 touchdowns to 10 interceptions. That's terrible. Mr. King 562 said Ben Johnson the best OC in the league. For damn sure he was. He was. Now it's Cliff Kingsbury, though. Trending. Here we go again. Wide receiver Brandon Ayuk just posted on his IG after rumors surfaced online that the 49ers are willing to trade him and a long list of other players. If you ain't worth worth they 100, then you better than blank in another city. I'm icy and I ain't got nothing tucked. P.S. This is his rhetoric, y'all. I don't understand his lingo. Just kind of a cryptic message by Ayuk, but it seems he could want out of San Francisco. Stay tuned. Yeah, I don't know what that means. Sound ignorant to me, but you know how people talk on their socials. Eagles. Brandon Graham retore his tricep in the Super Bowl and played through the injury. Absolute Philly legend. Man, shout out to him, man. Shout out to him for re-tearing his shit and still playing with it. Who else was hurt? Was it Nolan Smith who got hurt and still played through it? I want to say it was somebody else from Philly that got hurt and just played through it through the Super Bowl. I mean, but at that time, y'all whooping ass, adrenaline running high. Man, I'm pretty sure nothing was going to stop them from playing in that Super Bowl. The 49ers starting offer to Brock Purdy's contract extension is reportedly $45 million per year per Jason La Canfora. 49ers playing hardball with Purdy is very on brand. Starting your offers at $45 million a year is something. I think $45 million is good for Brock Purdy. Would you want him to go to 60? I don't think he's worth $60 million a year. Even though that's what the market is, I don't think he's worth $60 million. 45 is cool. That give you some flexibility. Since you want to get rid of everybody else on your team, you can go ahead and put some pieces around him in free agency or in free agency. So $45 million is good, but if that's a low ball, then I don't know what to say. I will let Brock Purdy walk too if he want more than $45 million. To me, it's the system. You can go ahead and get you another Mr. Irrelevant in the 7th round and do the same thing Brock Purdy is doing. NFL draft is in 50 days. And it's hosted in Green Bay at Lambeau Field, y'all. He said, Ray Lewis deer antler spray. Man. I think Brandon Graham need to go ahead and call it a quits, though. You done tore your tricep twice in one season. That mug might be a little fragile. Yeah, last pick playing at this level is rare, but at the same time, it's the system, man. I think anybody can thrive in that system. You gotta look who all played in it. We talking about Kyle Shanahan. He didn't have RG3, Kirk Cousins. Who else? Of course, he had Matt Ryan. Matt Ryan got MVP in that system. Then look who he had. Who he had before Brock Purdy? Garoppolo. Garoppolo was balling in there. You can get damn near anybody that's a little something. You can put them in there, man. You can probably go get Sam fucking Darnold, who was there just last season. Get Sam Darnold. But $45 million is crazy for Mr. Irrelevant, and he ain't won you nothing yet. Or like we talked about earlier, Bengals released Sam Hubbard. That move saved them $9.5 million in cap. Hubbard, 29, has also announced his retirement from the NFL after 7 seasons. Hubbard recorded 398 tackles, 236 solo, 55 tackles for loss, 38 and a half sacks, 6 forced fumbles, 5 fumbles recovery, with 1 being returned for a touchdown, 1 interception, 16 pass breakups in 104 career games and 88 starts. The Bengals selected Herbert in the 3rd round of the 2018 draft out of Ohio State. Shout out Mike that dude for the super chat. Like, share, and subscribe. Appreciate that. Y'all go ahead and do that. Man, what a career for Sam Herbert, man. All of this in 7 years, man. Shout out to him. Best of luck to you, my boy. The Seahawks are releasing an all-time franchise great wide receiver, Tyler Lockett, who piled up 8,594 receiving yards and 61 touchdowns across 10 seasons in Seattle. The Seahawks are opting to release Lockett rather than pay him his $17 million salary for this season, including a $5.3 million roster bonus due March 16th. On a natural landing spot roster bonus for Lockett is the Las Vegas Raiders. A potential landing spot for Lockett is the Las Vegas Raiders, who head coach Pete Carroll, now his former wide receiver. Lockett's character always has matched his talent, and Carroll always has been a big supporter. Raiders also need wide receiver help. I mean, shit, they need something over there in Oakland. I mean, in Las Vegas. Go ahead and grab him up. That'll be a good piece out the slot for you. But while we talking about Las Vegas, I always say Oakland. So damn used to them being in Oakland. Former Raiders wide receiver Hunter Renfrow has retired from the NFL after 5 seasons. Renfrow, 29, was released by the Raiders last March and ended up sitting out the 2024 season. Renfrow, who graduated from Clemson with a degree in economics in 2018, is now working as a business developer in the home state of South Carolina. He can still come out of retirement if an opportunity presents itself, but it's unlikely with a new class of incoming rookies. Renfrow hauled in 269 receptions, 2,884 receiving yards, 17 touchdowns, and 73 career games for the Raiders. The Raiders selected Renfrow in the 5th round of the 2019 NFL Draft. Renfrow is a 1-time Pro Bowler in 2021 and a 2-time college football national champion with Clemson in 2016 and 2018. Renfrow made $24.74 million in NFL career earnings. Damn. Shout out to them. I mean, get out of there when you can. NFL stands for not for long. I mean, shit, you made your money and you got you a job doing what you graduated for. Hey. And you living in South Carolina. I mean, the cost of living is not that high in South Carolina. You up, my boy. Shout out to him. Jaguars released Christian Kirk. This move saves $10.4 million in cap space. Christian Kirk is on the move. I see us probably picking up Christian Kirk in free agency, reuniting him with Cliff Kingsbury, who drafted him in Arizona a few years back. I can see him working out of the slot. I wouldn't mind a Christian Kirk. Superstar Seattle Seahawks wide receiver DK Metcalf has requested a trade. Seattle is opening to trading him. Everybody need wide receivers. Whoever trade for DK, they got to be real careful of what they give up for him. Everybody's saying, what would you give up for him? A first, a second? If they granted him a trade, I'm starting off low. When I say low, I mean a third. Because whoever gets him, you're going to have to pay him. This is a contract year for DK. This will be his third contract that he's playing for this season. And DK is going to demand anywhere from 30+ million. If Terry McLaurin is asking for 30 million this season off the season he just put up, DK is probably going to ask for that plus a little bit more. Highest paid non-quarterback in NFL history, Max Crosby. Max Crosby just got extended 2 hours ago, y'all. The Raiders are signing defensive star Max Crosby to a 3-year, $106.5 million contract extension that includes $91.5 million guaranteed and makes him the NFL highest paid non-quarterback. Shout out to him, man. Now that we know that he's not going nowhere, everybody's really going to be kicking the tires on the Myles Garrett trade. It was first Myles Garrett and then it was Mason Crosby. But now Crosby is put up for the future in Las Vegas. Let's see what we get out of the Myles Garrett talk. Eagles are signing star linebacker. That's crazy. He's star linebacker now after one season. Eagles are signing star linebacker Zach Bond to a 3-year, $51 million extension per Adam Schefter. What a find by Howie Roseman in free agency last year. Bond cashes in. And if we know Howie, now listen up, Eagle fans. Listen up. If we know Howie, his history, he don't like paying linebackers. He didn't let this one slip through his fingers on this one. Y'all had TJ Edwards. Who else y'all had prior years that he didn't resign? I can't think of my let me think. Let me look it up. I know TJ Edwards was one of them. Oh, Kazir White. He let go too. He was like, nah, not this time. But shout out to him. That's well deserved though. That's well deserved. Shout out to Zach Bond. Get paid, young man. DK in Baltimore would be crazy. Yeah, I already seen a little mock-up with him in Baltimore. Him alongside Lamar and Derrick Henry. That shit look pretty sick too. I ain't gonna cap. He go to fucking Baltimore. That's gonna be some shit to see, man. Teams are reportedly notified that 49ers D tackle Javon Hargrave will be a post-June 1st release by the team. Is healthy coming off his Javon Hargrave is healthy coming off his tricep injury per Jeremy Fowler. Damn, that's crazy. He just got the bag from them not too long ago. He was a former Eagle. Highest paid edge rushers in the NFL. Max Crosby just became number one with $35.5 million per year. 2 is Nick Bosa with $34 a year. Josh Hines Allen, $28.25 a year. Number 4, Brian Burns with $28.2 a year. 5, TJ Watt is $28 per year, but I heard the Steelers will be working on an extension with him, so y'all be on the lookout for that within the next coming days. Number 6, Myles Garrett with $25 per year. Number 7, Montez Sweat, $24.5 per year. Number 8, Danielle Hunter, 24.5 per year. 9, Rashawn Gary with $24 million a year. And 10 is Bradley Chubb with $22 million per year. And I'm also hearing that he is up for extension and can be extended in any day now too. So y'all be on the lookout for that. D-Dog said, bro did nothing for us. Are you talking about Javon Hargrave? Yeah, I want to say he had like he put on like a collection of games which got him some money. I want to say, was that the year, the first time y'all went to the Super Bowl, he got paid after that, right? His performance after that? You know, that's all it takes, man, is for you to ball out when you the only team, one of the only teams left that's playing. So all eyes are on you, and you go out there and you ball out. Because during season, when everybody's playing, everybody's looking at everybody, but it's hard to laser focus on just one particular player. But when you one of those only teams that's playing and you ball out and you got all the national eyes on you, that's going to get you a payday. People going to be thinking you've been doing that all season when you really just balling out, because that's, you know, you pretty much fighting to stay in the playoffs, or you fighting to win a Super Bowl or something like that. And when you ball out and you show effort like that, teams like that, and they want that on their team. So whatever it costs to get you there, that's what they're going to do to get you there. Get what I'm saying? Yeah, San Fran overpaid him big time. You know, they wanted him so bad to, you know, to put him on that D-line with Bosa. Who else did they have? Let me see who's on their roster right now, because I might be getting my years mixed up with their roster. That was 2023 he got paid, right? Yeah, they had Cleveland Farrell, Eric Armstead, Joey Bosa. Yeah, they was trying to do what they can to get old boy, because that ain't the best defensive line right there. So they definitely needed D-line help. I knew Drake Jackson was on there. Kerry Hyder. Sebastian Joseph Day, Javon Kinlaw, and Ty McGreal. Yeah, not the best defensive line, so yeah, they needed that help. He said it's the system. Yeah, it can be that too, man. He said Hassan Reddick might be available too. He is available. He's a free agent. He low key he stood on business, but then he fucked himself in the long run. He stood on business by, you know, not reporting, not showing up to camp, because he wanted his contract, he wanted his money, he wanted out of Philly to get traded, so because Philly wasn't gonna pay him, so he requested a trade. He got traded to the Jets. He stand on business until he got a contract, so they extended him, week 11? Week 10, week 11? Shit, at that time, this dude ain't played a lick of football. He ain't did no working out, so he coming in out of shape. And look what he give you. Look at the result of that. Let me go to his stats. Some trash. Nine tackles, 1 sack, 1 forced fumble in 8 games. I repeat. Oh, no, he played 10 games. 10 games. That was 9 solo tackles, so he had 14 tackles altogether. 1 sack, 1 forced fumble. In 10 games. If you want your money, you're going to have to do a little bit more than that. 10 games, I get it. 10 games, you coming out of shape, but you at least got to give 30 tackles. You know what I'm saying? At least 3 to 4 sacks, 5 sacks. Come on, man. And you did all of this not to get paid. They gave you a little bit. They gave you a little bit to get you in the building. And then, bam, this is what you give us. So, I want to say the Jets need to blow up their whole roster. We looking at the 49ers blow up their whole roster. Jets just need to go on and blow up their whole roster. They thought they was right there. Shout out to my boy Roadrunner TV. They thought they had a Super Bowl window, you know, with a good roster. All they needed was a quarterback. They was a quarterback away. They go and get Aaron Rodgers. First game of the season, 2023, tears Achilles. You bring him back. He's back. But something's missing. Something missing with Aaron. So then you go ahead and you go get Davante Adams. And you still trash. So at this point, not only that, you fired the head coach. You fired the head coach who wasn't the problem. The offense was the problem. You held on to the offensive coordinator that's been trash. So is it the roster at this point? I don't know what it is with the Jets. I don't know what it is with the Jets, man. So Aldon Smith could have been a Hall of Famer if he wasn't a jackass. Man, that's facts. That dude had a run in San Francisco. But he was a jackass off the field, man. Kept getting in trouble, kept doing dumb shit. I think CTE might have hit him a little too early because he had too many erratic behaviors, man. Too many, long list of shit. Not only him though. Look at Chandler Jones. Him as well. Chandler Jones was you know what I'm saying, a great player. But you see what he's on now. All right, y'all. I got some little fun facts, little exercises. So, NFL fan as a kid, y'all know we couldn't wait for regular season, postseason, and the season end, right? So it's like we waited all year for September to come. It's football season. But now, while you're a grown-ass adult and you overly invested, you are looking at everything that comes with the NFL season. So not only do you have the Senior Bowl to make you look out for the players that is coming in, the upcoming draft, you got the Combine after that. You looking at the week where the franchise tag opens up, which the franchise tags period ended yesterday. Franchise tag, transition tag period. Then you got the free agent period. Free agent period starts next week, Wednesday, March 12th, and then you got 3 weeks of that from there until you get to the draft. Then from there, you got rookie camp, you got OTAs, you got mandatory mini camp, you got training camp, you got cut days, you got preseason, regular season, trade deadline, then you got the postseason, and then you repeat from there. Me, I pay attention to all that shit now. Didn't pay attention to it as a kid. Hey, my Eagle fans that's in the chat, what's all these talks about AJ Brown and the Patriots, man. Y'all ain't trying to give up on AJ, right? I ain't been hearing no real news. I've just been hearing a lot of rumors. I want to say maybe they called the Eagles to see if they willing to trade AJ Brown. But I've been seeing these little AJ Brown mock-ups with the Patriots. Like, what is this about? Zach Wilson can draw some interest in free agency as a potential starting option. At very least, Wilson could be added to a team with a lack of options at the QB position where he could compete for the job. I don't think nobody checking for Zach Wilson at this point. He said, hell no, that's all cap. He said AJ might have CTE like his cousin. Who is his cousin? Said Patriots called begging, that's all. The Dolphins remain unlikely to franchise tag safety Javon Holland. A very good safety is poised to hit the open market, should have a nice market. I did see something about Javon Holland making his numbers going to be crazy in free agency, like what he's getting paid. The Jets has given permission for Allen Lazard to seek a trade, per Adam Schefter. Aaron Rodgers, Devontae Adams, and Lazard all appear to be on their way out in New York. Like I said, they blowing their team up. Mike Vrabel is his old coach. Oh, that's the connection. I forgot Vrabel. There it is. There it is. Skinny Kravitz, good looking. You damn right. The Eagles have informed cornerback James Bradberry that they will be released. He will be released when the new league year starts. Damn, y'all still had James Bradberry on y'all roster all this time? That's crazy. I forgot all about him. Says cousin is Antonio Brown. What? I didn't know that. Oh, and then Ohio Tide said they not cousins, so I don't know. Don't be out here starting rumors. Falcons tight end Kyle Pitts needs to be more consistent in 2025, says head coach Raheem Morris. And GM Terry Fontenot. I guess I said that right. We want to get the young man out there being the best version of himself, and we will always make the right decision for the Falcons in order to get him going. He'll have to figure those things out. He's showing some spurts of greatness, and then he's showing some things that make you desire more. We'll try to get the best out of him at all times. That's our job as coaches. Told y'all, this dude is a bum. His route running is not the best, man. His route running is not the best. I didn't watch him, and he just be looking lazy out there. Just all speed, not skill. The Seahawks have released D tackle Roy Robinson Harris, Rayshawn Jenkins, George Font, and Draymond Jones. Damn. You niggas gonna let the whole D-line go? Eagles is over there cleaning house too, man. The Raiders is keep coming up as a team to watch for Steelers running back Najee Harris in free agency. Oh, here we go, y'all. Y'all right. The Patriots is just begging because they desperate right now to get them some wide receivers over there because they ain't got none. The Patriots will aggressively attempt to upgrade their wide receiver room this offseason, per Matthew Berry. I've heard the Patriots will do whatever they can get a real wide receiver one for Drake May and the new coaching staff, Berry wrote. I heard they are knocking on all doors seeing what they can possibly trade for. One of those persons told me that they heard the Patriots call Philly asking if A.J. Brown is available. Shrug emoji on if it's true or not. What Philly's answer was, but this much seems certain. New York will aggressively try to upgrade its wide receiver room this offseason. Then there's a mock-up of not only just A.J. Brown, but they got Devontae Adams. They got Brandon Ayuk. They got Chris Godwin. Commanders free agent wide receiver Dyami Brown is expected to draw significant interest in free agency, which can make it unlikely that the team brings him back. Speaking of Dyami, expect Washington to bring back Zach Ertz, but likely let Dyami Brown walk if the price gets too high, which will be likely. I mean, you was cool, bro, but we can move on. We can find us another Dyami. Oh, here we go about Bradley Chubb. The Dolphins have had contract discussions with outside linebacker Bradley Chubb, but his future with the team remains undetermined as of today, per Barry Jackson. Chubb has a cap hit of $28.7 million in 2025, and the Dolphins would like to bring that number down. Jackson says they could release him or keep him on a revised deal. Ooh, don't let him hit the market. Don't let him hit the market. He won't last long. He for sure be gone that first day. Commanders fans say, you think it's over for Aaron Jones? Nah, man. Aaron Jones had a good season last year. I know he's kind of older on that, running backs don't last long in this league type shit, but I think Aaron Jones can find his way somewhere else. He probably won't be that, that bell cow back, but he definitely will be on somebody's roster as a third down back because he's still good, man, and he's good at catching the ball out the backfield. Let me look up his numbers from last season. Yeah, look, he had 255 carries, 1,138 yards, 5 touchdowns. That's just rushing. That's rushing. Then receiving, he had 51 catches, 408 yards, 2 touchdowns. So yeah, he's still productive, bro. He still can get going. And he's only 30. He's only 30. He'll be 31 in December. I'll take that if Raheem Mostert can still play out here. Why Aaron Jones can't? He said, is Scary Terry a top 10 receiver? I mean, come on. If you want to base it off last year, yeah. If prior to last year, I would have said no. I would have said he's like top 15 within that 15, 20ish. But after what he put down last season, I say yeah. You see what he finally can do with a quarterback. Man, Todd Gurley did retire hella early, man, but he bust that knee up, man. I started seeing Todd Gurley out here in the clubs and everything, and I'll be in Vegas, I see him in the clubs, and I'm like, yeah, it's over for my boy. He always in the club. But, that knee really fucked him off, man. That knee injury really fucked him off. He was never the same, and he was a person who liked to hurdle people. You never seen him come off the ground again after that knee injury. He said Brown's probably not re-signing Nick Chubb. They're not re-signing Nick Chubb. It's going to be hard for Nick Chubb to get a job out here too, because this is a deep running back draft too. You know what I'm saying? You're gonna have some free agents that's healthier than Nick Chubb, that's younger than Nick Chubb, and then you got a lot of running backs out here who put on great combines, and then we got to see what their pro day is gonna look like. But you got at least 3 of them coming in the first round this draft. You know, that's been rare the last few seasons, but you got 3 of them coming. All said, who you want in the draft, Hove? Man, I don't even know. We got so many holes to fill. I want an offensive tackle. I want a number 1 corner. I want a number 2 receiver. I do want a running back, a dynamic running back. You can give me a Omarion Hampton. You can give me my boy Golden from Texas. I wish Will Campbell can fall to us. We need us a Trent Williams 2.0 at tackle, since we got us a JD5. Shout out to Commander fans. I don't think he fit with Dallas. That's all. Who you talking about? You talking about Aaron Jones? Shit, they talking about bringing back Rico Dowdle. And then I seen something saying that they're gonna back off Genty. If so, that's crazy. Like, he got Cowboy all over him. Pause. He got Cowboy written all over him. But if they not interested in Genty, then I want to know where they going. They do have to replace Zach Martin. You feel me? They love taking linemen. You know, they got a long history of taking linemen in Dallas in the draft. And if you want to, replace an all-pro guard like Zach Martin, you might need to get him in this draft. Scrooston G, he said, have you heard any Texans news? Last thing I heard about the Texans, y'all was aggressively going after Debo too. But then we seen what ultimately happened. I guess once, because John Lynch wanted a 4th round pick for Debo Samuels originally. Y'all wasn't trying to give up a 4th. He got on the phone with us, and you know, he used to be buddy with Adam Peters. It came out, I want to say, a couple days ago that him and Adam Peters ain't had the best of relationship since Adam Peters took the job in Washington. So they got on the phone, and Adam Peters was like, man, I'll give you a 5th for Debo. I'm like, he probably finessed him like, I don't know what Debo I'm going to get, and gave him a 5th for him. And that was that. But other than that, I haven't heard anything from Houston. Another thing that's crazy is too, we got Debo working out already down there in Washington. Remember, our training staff has always been the best when it comes to those surveys and those report cards that come out every year. We always have an A with our training facility. So we got Debo in there working out right now. All of last season, Debo couldn't work out because he had, the injury, and then he had pneumonia all year. So he did pick up, 10 to 8 to 10 pounds. I don't know why people think he just was like super out of shape. He did pick up 8 to 10 pounds, and he was 225. But when he was drafted in the league, he was 217. Debo always had a little size on him. That's what make him Debo. He ain't never been just no lean back. He always had a little, little size on him. Pause. Said Eckler's under contract. Could Debo take his reps? He damn sure could. It's gonna be all kind of shit you can draw up. I mean, you might see some packages with Eckler and Debo on the field at the same time to put them both in space. You just never know. You don't never know, especially if we don't land us one of these top 5 running backs that's coming out this year draft. Let me Let me give y'all the top running backs. So, of course, Genty ain't gonna last to us. I did see something about the Raiders might be after Genty. If Raiders is fixated on getting them a bridge quarterback, getting them a veteran quarterback, then Genty is all theirs. They will be in a position to get him. You got Genty, Amarion Hampton from North Carolina. You got Caleb Johnson out of Iowa. You got Travion Henderson. You got Dylan Thompson from Texas. You got Quinshon Junkins from Ohio State. You got Devon Neal. You got Cam Scatterbo, Rashawn Smith, and hold on, these is not the top guys right here. I want to see the next top guy. Where he at? Brayshaw Tutton out of Virginia Tech, and Ollie Gordon out of OSU. If we can't get none of those guys, at least in the second, day two, then we'll rock with Brian Robinson. We'll rock with Austin Eckler for this season, and then they both will be gone next season. They both on contract for this season, but we definitely going to have to get us a back for the future. He said, can't be a finesse. Y'all took the contract. He didn't want to be there. I mean, he's still a 5th-round pick for a Debo. I mean, that's a steal. That's a steal, man. A 5th-round pick for Debo. Who's a Debo in the draft right now that you can get in the 5th round? Nobody. And then we took that contract, but once we get off a John Allen contract, it's going to offset itself. They getting paid the same thing. I want to say John Allen getting paid $1 million less. That's it. Said top 5 running back. Don't y'all still got Robinson? Yeah, but Robinson have an issue. He don't have vision, man. He's just a bruiser. He's not the best with running in between tackles. His vision is off, man. It's been a bunch of holes that's opened up for him, and he takes the contact. So he said that's a big fact. O-line desperately is needed. He said where Jimmy Horn Jr. going? I ain't heard Jimmy Horn Jr. name. None. Damn. I don't know. That's one we gonna have to see, bro. We gonna have to wait until the later rounds for him, because I haven't heard his name in no talks. I ain't really heard no Colorado names outside of Shador and Travis Hunter. I ain't heard nobody from Colorado name. But yeah, man, that's going to be it for this stream, man. Make sure y'all hit that like button on y'all way out of here. That will help the algorithm, and that'll help this channel reach other people. As always, I appreciate y'all for rocking with me. Become a member if you can. That'll also help. And until the next time, I have to see how many stories I get to bring y'all. You feel me? We will definitely see some more, with all these signings, these extensions, these trades, these releases, these teams that can't get trades, that's been talking about trading. It's a lot more news coming up leading up to Monday. Monday is the legal tampering period. So that's pretty much 2 days before free agency hit. You can go ahead and you can tamper with those players that you've been wanting to bring on your team, and it's legally. You won't lose any draft capital. You won't get penalized for it. Y'all know how all that good shit go. But yeah, smash that like button, man. Until the next time, I'ma see y'all. Y'all have a good